So as you can see, we have all our parts laid out on the table. We drained the machine, we cleaned the machine, we took our parts to this thing, we cleaned them, dried them for the most part, and now we're ready to lubricate and put them back together. The way I like to start with the parts is for our gravity models is to get all the little things out of the way and then go to the beater shafts and then the head. So the carb tubes. The metal carb tubes like this have the white piece here that goes inside the turn. So if you look inside, you can see the little lip here. Can you see that? And if you look on the white piece, you'll see the indentation right there. So what we're going to do is slide that in. You'll see it's not down all the way. Just gotta wiggle and push, okay? And then just to explain this while I have it out, this dot is what it is set on. When it is closed, it is on the white dot. That means no product's going to get from your hopper to your cylinder. And then throughout the day, depending on your product and how busy you are, you go to the first dot, second, or the third. For now, I'm going to keep this closed, and we're just going to put these in our hopper until we're ready to sanitize. So next I'm going to do our beater shafts. Just going to move our push rods out of the way and our star caps, push them to the side. Okay, so get our Petrogel, and like always with all our parts, I like to put the Petrogel straight to the part, not on my finger, because if I use my finger, all the germs from my finger stay on the Petrogel forever. So we're just going to put a bead of Petrogel on the end of the beater shaft like so. Now some beater shafts, before I smooth this in, you might see some discoloration on this part. That's fine, because this is the part that locks into your gearbox. The gearbox is what makes it turn. It's also why we put our shaft seals on. None of the mix gets in the machine, none of the machine gets into the mix. So our Petrogel is on, and we're just going to smooth that in like so. For our gravity models, you have a double-sided shaft seal. Whatever's left on our finger, we're just going to put in there and slide on like so, and that is the shaft seal. Next, I'm going to put in our breaker bar. So I'm going to hold the beater shaft like this, and our breaker bar like this. The thin end goes in, and there's a little hole in there that it will slide into. Okay. So there are two spots on each side for the blade to hook onto. Here and here. So your blade, which looks like this, has an oval and a circle. That is so you can keep track of which side you are using. You could keep track of each side you are using, and the blade will wear evenly, or if you don't pay attention, you'll most likely flip-flop them and they'll wear evenly anyway. So with the flat part in your hand, like this, you're going to put the bottom one on, and you have to hold it there with your other hand. Okay? If you don't hold it there, it falls off. So you want to hold it on. Next one, flat part in your hand, and you just want to put that on this way. And that's the beater shaft. So I'm going to take this to the machine and I'll show you how to put it in. So we reassembled our beater shaft. We're going to take the blade that's on the bottom and rest that in the cylinder and push in until we hit the back. When we hit the back, we still have to turn until we lock in and give it some force. So now it's locked and it won't move. So same thing for this beater shaft. We reassembled it, we lubricated it. I just want to reiterate how important our shaft seal is. It seals to the machine so nothing leaks in the machine and nothing from the machine gets in your mix. So we do this the same way. So now we're going to reassemble our head. So we have our 3 plungers here, and the plungers have O-rings. 2 end ones have 2, the middle one is 4, The head itself has 2 O-rings here. You want to put lubrication on every O-ring. So we're going to start with the big one on the head. So I like to put like a line on the top. Okay, so, and we're also going to put one at the bottom of the O-ring as well. And then we'll smooth those in. You want to get the Petrogel around the whole O-ring. Now, as much Petrogel as you put on now is how much you are cleaning off when you clean the machine off again. But you can never have too much Petrogel. You can have too little, but you can have too much. Okay? This Petrogel has no taste, and it is food safe. So if you put a little too much on and for some reason got in your mix, it's not going to hurt anybody, and they wouldn't even know it was there. So the next thing we're going to do is the plungers. So same thing. Put a bead on both O-rings for the end plunger. Smooth both in. And we'll put in our end here, but we're going to leave it out because we want to make sure we can close our handle like that. Okay. Do the middle one next. The middle one has 4. So bead of Petrogel on both. Smooth this in. Same thing. And again for the end. So now we lubed up the head, we reassembled it, and we're going to put it back on. And like when I took it off, I have my hands on both handles here, okay? And we're going to fit this part of the beater shaft into where it goes in the head here. Wiggle and push. You don't want to be too forceful. You're going to hold that, and now when we put the knobs back on, we want to do them all evenly. Okay. Now since you only have 2 hands, you're going to do it diagonal. So you'll just start this end here, and then you'll come to this bottom one down here and do that. Get that started. Come to the bottom one down here and get this started. And then the same for the opposite angle. These knobs are meant to go hand tight, so as soon as they don't turn no more, that means they are good to go. Okay, so now the knobs are on. We're going to put our star caps on. Our push rods for now I'm going to keep to the side. We don't need to put those on yet. So just like they came off, they snap back on. The star caps, like the like your drip tray, you want to take those off and clean them every night and sanitize them, leave them to the side. The next day you come in, put them back on. And also you want to always clean and sanitize the end of the spigots where the mix comes out every night. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to mix up some sanitizer. We'll get it in the machine and I'll show you how to do that.